indivisible commitment to be a drug and a bully-free school. Boys and girls, are we ready? We're going to start our program with Ms. Shania Luna, Student Council President.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Now the Falcon Creed. The powerless falcon, I'll be ready to learn, and excited to rise to be the best. I'll be responsible, on task, actively involved, and respectful. I will soar again.
At this time, we would like to recognize our guests. We have City of Eagle Pass Chief of Police Juan Antonio Castañeda. DEA John Gonzalez. Eagle Pass Police Department there, Officer Jose Regalado. Eagle Pass Police Department Break Program Officer Fernando Chacon. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol Supervisor Jacob Wright. Chief of the Police, their Officer Melissa Lopez. EPISD their Officer Manuel Reyes. U.S. Food and Drug Administration Investigator Luis Soto. CBP Pedro Guanajuato. CBP David Perales. And we have EPISD Police Canine Officer Roberto Martinez. At this time, we would like to call Edwin Poa, Student Council Treasurer, for the history of the Red Ribbon Week.
The history of Red Ribbon Week. It is the oldest and largest drug prevention campaign in the country. It is celebrated the last week of October. Serves as a vehicle for communities and individuals to take a stand for the hopes and dreams of our children through commitment to drug prevention and education and a personal commitment to live drug-free lives. Commemorates the sacrifice made by DEA Special Agent Enrique Kiki Camarena. Enrique Kiki Camarena was born July 29, 1947 in Mexico. He grew up in a dirt-floored house with hopes and dreams of making a difference. Camarena worked his way through college, served in the Marines, and became a police officer. When he decided to join the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, his mother tried to talk him out of it. "I can't not do this," he told her. "I'm only one person, but I want to make a difference." And he did. Today, the Red Ribbon Movement to remember and honor Kiki's death and raise drug awareness is celebrated by millions of students and teachers, along with community organizations, service clubs, businesses, faith communities, and law enforcement agencies. We pay tribute not just to Special Agent Camarena, but made the sacrifice in support of our nation's struggle against drug trafficking. By wearing a red ribbon during the last week in October, Americans demonstrate their war against drugs. Falcons, remember that doing drugs is not cool. It destroys your life and damages your body. Stay drug-free because that is the way to be.
Thank you, Evan. Next, we would like to call our guest speaker, City of Eagle Pass Chief of Police, Juan Antonio Castañeda.
Good afternoon, everyone. I really have to commend each and every one of you for being a Friday afternoon and almost the close of the school day. You guys are really energized. Not only were you're energized in your participation, but you're also, I see that you're very attentive. You're listening to what everyone is saying that has been here before me. And that is good, because what we have to tell you today is something that will help you. And you need to listen very carefully to everything. It's not only about screaming and yelling about being drug-free, but listening to what each and every one that will address this afternoon, you need to take it to heart. You know why? Because we love you. We love you guys. And it's not Valentine's yet, huh? Your teachers love you. Your parents love you. The janitors love you. The custodians, the cooks, everybody loves you. And you know why? Because we want each and every one of you to make a difference when you get older. You will make a difference. You will make a difference only if you stay drug-free, go to school, listen to your parents, and you become a good person to each and every one of that's around you. Being drug-free, which is the main issue of today's presentation, is that we do not want you to poison your body and to poison your mind. Anybody that tells you, besides your parents or the doctor, when they prescribe medication, or your only friend. If you have friends that you think are friends that will tell you to smoke a little dope, take a little drug, those are not your friends. Because you know why? Because each and every one of us over here that are police officers are going to put you in jail. And you don't want to go to jail. No, you weren't born to be in jail. You were born to be teachers, to be doctors, to be lawyers, to be carpenters, to be good persons, to be police officers, be firefighters, be cooks, janitors, whatever you choose. But you have to choose correctly. I'm sure that here in school that you're taught to and you're given lessons about math, you're given lessons about science, you're given lessons about reading and spelling, but also your teachers teach you to make choices. Choices is something that you will decide every day that you live. And your parents, your teachers, your grandparents, and your relatives are going to try to teach you to make good choices. And the only way that you can make good choices is that you're alert. And the only way that you're going to be alert is that you're... I didn't hear. Right. The only way that you will make good choices in life is that you stay drug-free. because I will not be the chief of police for a long time. You know, Mr. Gonzalez here, my friend, will not be with DEA all his life. One of you guys here are going to become teachers, principals, janitors, chief of police, police officers, dare officers, border patrol, customs. You know, you have an opportunity to continue to contribute. You were not born just to be born. Every day you will get older. And every day you need to take that day that you're living and make the best out of it. What I mean by being or making the best thing out of that day is that you become a good person every day. You try to be a good person every day. You try to get along with each and every one. You will make mistakes. I make mistakes. But we try to make mistakes that are not intentional. When we try or we scheme or we plan to do something wrong to somebody, you don't want to make those type of mistakes. You make mistakes because you try. And we want you to try. We want you to try because trying is the only way that you will also learn, besides what they teach you in school. So it's okay to make mistakes once in a while. But you don't want to make mistakes by using drugs. Because you have to think about using drugs. And that is not a good choice. Next year, a lot of you are going to go to another level of a grade. So you're going to learn more. And then the following year and the following year. And before you know it, you're going to be graduating from the football field with your degree of finishing 12 years of school. And right now you might not see that far. But one of these days, you're going to remember, I was in class. And we had different activities, and then we went to teacher, and I remember Mrs. Martinez, and I remember Mr. Rodriguez, and you're going to run into Mrs. Martinez, and you're going to run into Mr. Rodriguez. And some of them are going to be old, and they're going to lose their hair, and they're going to look funny than what they look right now. But you know what? One of these days, you're going to look the same way. And you're gonna look back and say, you know what? I did everything that I could to be a good student, to be a good person. And you help another person, you know, on his way. And that's what we want. That's what your teachers want. How many of y'all take the time to tell your janitor, thank you for sweeping the floors and cleaning the school? Okay? Tomorrow or Monday when you come back to school, I want each and every one of you to tell your janitor, the cooks at the cafeteria, thank you for preparing a good meal. Okay? Do we promise to that? Yeah! Okay, also Monday, every day until the end of the school year, and then you start again the next year, you're going to tell your teachers, thank you for teaching me. Okay, today is Friday. You have about 2 more hours to go, or 1 more hour. So we're going to start today, and we're going to pledge that every day after today, you're going to tell your teachers, you're going to tell the cooks, you're going to tell the janitors, you're going to tell the secretaries, you're going to tell all the assistants of the school, thank you for making the school day a good day. Do we agree on that? Yeah! Do we promise that? Yeah! Okay. Now, to close it off, because I hear that Lady Gaga is going to come in here and dance. So we don't want to take up her time. Okay? Now, before I turn over the microphone to Ms. Soto, I want you guys to really, really think about this. Because right now is the time. Because tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow you will be older. And then the other day you will be older, and then older and older. And before you know it, you're going to be in that age group when you get about 12 or 13, that people are going to tell you at the mall or at the show, hey, try this little thing. Or behind the school maybe, on Saturdays and Sundays, or after school. Please, I ask you, that you take a promise. Not only here today by screaming drug-free, but you promise to yourself. Every morning that you get up and you're out there brushing your teeth and looking at the mirror, you tell yourself, I love myself. Yeah. You tell yourself, I love myself. And I am going to be drug free. Do we promise that? Do you remember all the promises that we have made today? Okay. The first promise is that we're going to thank all the people that make Glass Elementary possible. The janitors, the teachers, the secretaries, your principal, everybody, right? Yeah. We also promise that we're going to be good students and we're going to try real hard, right? We also promise that one of these days you're going to help someone become a better person. And we also promise that you're going to go to Texas A&M and become an Aggie. Alright, and what I mean by that is that you're going to go to school and try to get better. Because that's the idea of you coming to school. To become better. To become a better person. And remember, we love you. That's why we're here. Because we love you. We care for you. You need to remember that. Because you need to love yourself too. Mrs. Soto? Where are you? Bunch of good kids, Mrs. Soto. Great. Mrs. Calderon or Rosie? Okay? Thank you very much.
How are you, boys and girls? Are you having fun yet? Hey, what do you say? Are you sure? Somebody comes up to you and asks you to do drugs, you're going to say no, right? Everybody here's going to say no. Because drugs are bad for your body. But they're not just, they're bad for your body, they're also bad because you lose friends. Do you think your friends are going to want to hang around with you if you do drugs? No. So it affects you, it affects your family, it affects your friends. We have a friend of ours that came in. He's 1 year old. He's a lot bigger than you guys are. A lot bigger than you guys are. And he's going to tell you, well, he can't talk yet because he's only 1 year old. But you're going to see his shirt says Dare, because myself, Miss Lopez back there, and Officer Regalado over here, we're all Dare officers. And we teach kids to stay away from drugs, stay away from gangs, stay away from violence. And especially now bullying is a big part. But this friend of ours is going to tell you, you're going to see him, how big he is, because he is. How many of y'all like vegetables? Raise your hand if you like vegetables. But your mom tells you, eat all your vegetables. Are they good for you? Yeah. Vegetables are good for you. Is food good for you? But how about drugs? No. You're going to see him, and he's going to do something for you. And I want some of y'all to get up and dance, okay? Yell, come out daring. Everybody yell that on 1, 2, 3. Look how big he is for 1 year old. He doesn't do drugs. So what are you going to say to drugs? What are the Falcons going to say to drugs?
Good afternoon, boys and girls. Let me just start by commenting that as the chief was commenting earlier about saying no to drugs, we start young and we must remember to say no to drugs. But he commented, especially for your sixth graders, a lot of you are going over to the junior high and getting older. This goes out especially to the boys. I would be very disappointed to know that any of you got involved in drugs. I still remember most of you when you started here in first grade, and a lot of you have been on the team that I coached. For some of you parents, I know you see the border patrol, but a lot of these boys see coach. And as you know, one of the things that I always tell you guys is good manners, correct? Yeah. Good manners. Good manners. And it's not just good manners, it's being good to yourself. Like Chief commented, love yourself. Take care of yourself. I want to present the Division III third place finishers in the Eagle Pass Parks and Rec flag football. All the members from the flag football, if you can come up, please. Division III flag football, come on up.
Yes, Red Ribbon Week is about learning to say no to drugs because drugs can harm you. How can drugs harm you? Well, there are many side effects, but drugs can cause damage to major body organs such as your heart, lungs, and brain.
What do you do if somebody offers you a drug?
You should always say, no, walk away until I'm an adult.
What if somebody you don't know gives you something and you're not sure what it is?
Never try something unfamiliar, and especially not from strangers. Remember, your body and your life are very important. Don't destroy them by doing drugs. Learn to say no.
Falcon, say no to drugs. So, One Direction are awesome, and speaking of One Direction, did you know they used to smoke?
They used to start using drugs?
No, but it's our turn. What do you mean?
We deserve some money to buy cigarettes.
So do you guys want some? No, our teacher said we say no to drugs. I say no because when you use drugs, you can get diseases and even die.
Besides, when you use drugs, you can't succeed in life.
I heard all the reasons why I shouldn't use drugs, and I won't use them anymore. Thank you for letting me know all the reasons.
Me too, I changed my mind.
Say no to drugs.
when they say sixth grade, did only sixth grade screams? Because then you're helping them win the stick. Do we want sixth grade to get it? No! Thank you. Sixth grade, I hope you get it. But it's competition. We all want it. Even the office staff, I guess I want it too.
Okay, only sixth grade. We got spirit. How about you?
Now we're going to do fifth grade. Fifth grade only.
We have spirit. How about you?
Now we're coming to fourth grade.
We have spirit. How about you?
Third grade.
We got spirit. How about you? Second grade. We got spirit. How about you?